The River, 105 and 103.5 DC Taylor. It's Monday afternoon, and not too early to start thinking about activities for the coming weekend. And a very cool event coming up. And I got my friend and colleague here, Alan K. Stout. How are you, Alan?
DC, how are you, man?
All right, good to see you here. And we're doing a little work on this weekend's Music on the Menu show, which will be airing, which airs Sunday nights at 9:00. And you're like, hey, we get this event going on Saturday. Hey, let's go in there and talk about it. And it has to do with Babe Ruth.
It's really this amazing story, DC. So in 1926, Babe Ruth, perhaps the most famous athlete that ever lived, certainly of the 20th century,
of course,
hit a 650-foot home run in Wilkes-Barre at Artillery Park, which and people call it the Kingston Armory, but that's actually Wilkes-Barre. Kirby Park is actually technically Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
And so is the Armory. And so, in the Artillery Park behind it, where the Wilkes University baseball team played for decades until just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So, in 1926, shortly after the Major League Baseball season ended, Babe Ruth was doing a barnstorming game where they used to come through towns and play these exhibitions. And he hit a ball so far that it landed basically where the track is at Kirby Park today.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture, which is just incredible, if you know the area. I saw an aerial shot of the area from 1926, 27, and it really looks exactly the same. The Army's there, the baseball field's there, the track's there. So when I first heard about this home run years ago, well, the track couldn't have been where it was then. It must have been different. No way he hit a ball that far.
Right.
And then I see this aerial shot, and I thought, oh my God, he did. And this is not folklore. This actually happened. It was measured. It was documented. It was in the newspapers the next day. Ruth requested it be measured. It's the only time in his life he ever requested this.
Yeah.
And so, when I came to my position at the director of the Visitors Bureau a couple of years ago, I thought, we got to do something with that. That's just a great,
yeah.
I don't want to say folklore because it happened.
Right.
A great little moment in history. It's a little bit folklore because some other towns claim he hit one further there. But there's a beautiful kiosk there in Kirby Park, which documents the whole thing. And there's some pictures of Ruth. But it's kind of in between the softball field and the track. And, you could actually go to a game there or run the track and not even notice the kiosk.
Right.
So I thought we got to put some more light on this event. And so we partnered with the city of Wilkes-Barre, and we've been working on this for a couple of months now. And this Saturday, October 12th, on the anniversary of the Babe Ruth home run in Wilkes-Barre, we are hosting the Babe Ruth Sultan of Swat Home Run Derby.
Awesome.
Sultan of Swat Home Run Derby. And there's a male and female category. The person who hits the most home runs gets a big Sultan of Swat trophy. The person who hits the furthest home run, the furthest home run is the Sultan of Swat trophy. The most home runs is the Bambino trophy.
Okay.
And so we've got 4 trophies for the men and the women for the furthest and the most. There's a county city derby where we're going to face off the county employees against the city. Big trophies, prizes from the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, Dick's Sporting Goods, Tony Thomas Catering. We're going to have Champ there from the Rail Riders. We're going to have a hot dog vendor because Babe loved hot dogs. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And the cool part about it, too, is that Babe loved kids. In that day when he was in Wilkes-Barre, he visited children at Mercy Hospital in South Wilkes-Barre, which is now owned by Geisinger. And so we thought another way to tie it in nicely to the Babe, all the money from our event is going to go to the Geisinger Children's Miracle Network and the Janet Wise Hospital, which does so much great work to help children.
Of course.
You could register at visitluzerncounty.com. And a neat thing about it, too, we think this is kind of cool, is in order to call the event the Babe Ruth Sultan of Swat Home Run Derby, I realized we probably should get permission. And so I reached out to the Babe Ruth estate, his attorneys and his family, and they approved it. They loved the idea. And so it is an officially sanctioned Babe Ruth event with the blessing of the Ruth family.
Wow.
And all the money goes to the Children's Hospital. So if you think you can jack a couple of balls out of Kirby Park, go to Visit Luzerne County and sign up. You're going to have a great time, and you could take home a big trophy and some great prizes. And that's this Saturday in Kirby Park. And the public's welcome to come and just watch the whole thing.
Oh, that's so great. What's the web address again?
Visit LuzerneCounty.com.
Visit LuzerneCounty.com. Check that out for this Saturday. Wow, that's awesome. I love it. I don't think I even knew that happened. I think I've been to Kirby Park enough times, but I guess I got to go look for that kiosk so I can.
DC, it's so funny you should say that. When we announced this event in the middle of August, there were two reactions that we got from people.
Yeah.
One of them was, "It's about time that we did something with that. We need to recognize that more." The people that knew about it said that. The other facet was, "I didn't even know that happened. That's so cool." So the event is for exactly right for both of them. Yes, it is about time we did something. And if you didn't know about it, well, now you do. And we'd like to do this every year. For the 100th anniversary, 2 years from now, maybe we'll try to get even somebody from the Bambino's family to come in and throw out the first pitch or something.
Oh, nice.
Be pretty cool.
All right. So this Saturday, and again, visit LuzerneCounty.com. Go to the website, get more info. Alan K. Stouts, thank you so much for being here on the river, here in the studio with us today.
Thanks, DC.